And it draws him level at 2-all.
This is a brilliant point by Edberg, because he's denying Enqvist the target, but then coming in as soon as he gets something which he finds edible, so to speak, and just taking that and using the opponent's pace, taking it on the rise.
Well, I was just going to say that's stunning play from Edberg, but it still doesn't win him the point.
This is a battle royal. Because, as you say, he could not have done much wrong. Low volley and pushed it deep and wide. Possibly because it was low, it just didn't have enough pace to get it wide of Enqvist. Once you're able to cover the ball, you can really give it a good wallop.
Well, he's throwing the kitchen sink at Enqvist, it seems to me, in this game, and even that isn't good enough. Through. We were denied that contest you were looking for.
Mm-hmm. This French-made court does bounce pretty low, and it therefore is receptive to slice. Seen Jan Simmerink do well on it. And anybody with a good wide serve.
Enqvist continuing to play immaculate tennis. No sign of a weakness at all. 3-2 he leads, second set.
The year is 2013. An earthquake made Los Angeles an island. Then the government made it a prison.
Welcome to LA.
Now Eurosport are giving you the chance to win a Harley-Davidson Sportsmaster XL883, similar to the one Snake Plissken rides in Escape from LA.
I love LA.
Just call the Eurosport hotline and answer.
And Nesta. The other semi-final is Kavelnikov and Vacek against Black and Connell. Terrific doubles lineup as well as the singles. Oh, dear me. Stop it, Thomas. This is too good.
Well, it's difficult to be philosophical if you're Edberg at a stage like this, but really that just was the most magnificent return. It was a pretty good serve. I don't think it should dissuade him, though, from centering his attack mostly to the forehand. It's just the lesser of two evils, I suppose. I was thinking, well, it must take courage, but then you've got to have courage to play the game, and when Enqvist's hitting the ball this hard, where do you go?
worrying aspect for Edberg in this set is that his first serve percentage is now down to 48. It's 57 in the match, which will give you an idea that he served very well in the first set. But he's coming under increasing threat. Joachim Nyström, the coach of Enqvist.
Well, Edberg just with that extra bit of bounce, but Enqvist just taking his foot slightly off the pedal here, trying a little roll, and that may have cost him it. Had he gone with greater acceleration, even if he'd hit it straight at Edberg, it may have been a more difficult shot for Edberg.
Again, it's the second serve, and it gets heavily punished. And it's break point for a 4-2 second set lead.
Yes, I thought he'd actually decided that he wouldn't be giving, on big points, Enqvist much of a target on that second serve. Well, I think if I were Edberg, I'd turn to Enqvist and say, you know, am I hitting them just about the right pace and the right spot for you? Is there anything else you'd like with it?
Tomato sauce. That was a little deeper. I think that was the essential difference on that serve. 2 break points saved in this game by Edberg, who is really clinging on by the skin of his teeth. Wants so desperately to end his career with a win, either here or Stockholm next week, and of course the Davis Cup final.
It's the perspiration of honest labor. It's not really all that hot in here.
He put it wide.
Yes, it was a slightly late call, but I think only late because it just was so astonishing that Edberg should miss the shot. I think just rushing it perhaps a little bit. I think he knew.
Yes, and if he'd played the obvious one into the forehand corner, it was a certain winner because Enqvist had just stood his ground. Lovely variety from Enqvist.
Well, this is a gorgeous shot because he's mixing, as we saw with 1 or 2 shots earlier, pace with guile, and almost the two-handers stock shot. They can change the direction with the strong wrists at the last minute.
3rd break point.
Now, will he go in? Enqvist probably feeling that Edberg would go in because Edberg says, why change my game now? This is the way I've always played it.
stretched. I confess I thought that was past him.
It's perhaps a shot from the past. That much more time, of course, to see it because of the depth. And this depth as opposed to a second serve, even though that was the first serve that he stayed back on.
And that's an ace, and that is a big, big game for Edberg to win. 3 break points, 4 deuces. And the longer he can stay with Enqvist, obviously the greater the chances that Enqvist will just play one poor game. A couple of points here. He hasn't done so yet.
And almost as if he's saying to Enqvist, come on, come on, come in, and I'll give you a taste of your own medicine.
That was an opportunity for him on his favoured backhand.
Certainly has a fixation about going cross-court tonight. Been very few approaches down the line.
Well, Edberg thinking he might have been a double fault. Not called. 4-3 Enqvist. Just trying to make it to Edberg, trying to hold him off. 3-4 second set. First set Enqvist. Yes, Edberg knows he didn't do enough with the first volley, but even so. I'm going to be a little late, Dad.
Well, it was an incredible shot by Enqvist. New balls and all, and somehow controlling it. Seat of the pants stuff. And he's definitely discomforted Edberg, because I thought that return was flying long. Edberg's only player has got that little sort of shuddering, like a flat stone skipping across the water after he wins a point very often.
Yes, always been light on his toes.